The following is an interview that was conducted on March 24th of 2013 at 12 Pacific Standard Time with the cast, crew, and writer of the upcoming horror flick Slash. You can find more information about their film at slashflick.com. Now, enjoy the show.
Welcome to this edition of Triple X Radio, and be your host for the next half hour or so. And today we're going over and having some guests from the movie Slash that's coming out. And I believe it's in pre-production right now. I'm hoping that people are on the line. Normally we have a jingle that beeps in, and it wasn't quite appropriate for today's interview, so I canceled the jingle we normally play. 928 and 818, your mics are open for area code.
Hi, John. I'm 818. This is Maria Olsen.
Oh, hey, Maria. And then I'm guessing... I am good. How are you?
I'm great. There's the Skype button. I see now. Okay. I didn't see it earlier, so I called you on the phone.
Okay. And if there's major technical glitches today, I'm sorry. We're trying to we are simulcasting this over on Ustream, but we aren't aware of the technical ramifications. We don't know if the people on Ustream can hear you, so we're directing them to go over to the website so they can get the kind of full effect if they have to. But hopefully the board will put it through. So welcome you guys, and we're talking about the movie Slash, and it's in pre-production right now?
Yes, it is. Is Rick with us?
Okay.
I don't know. Can you hear me, guys?
There he
Yep,
is.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, thanks, and you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
And can you explain to us for... Oh, sorry about that, Rick. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's all right. Ended up having a couple of popular state musicians stop by tonight, so they're actually hanging out in my living room right now.
Oh, nice. That's very cool.
I know. It was like, really? Nobody ever comes over this late at night, and it's like, wow, the night I have an interview scheduled at midnight, everybody's showing up for a party.
Oh, wow, there you go. I was going to ask, for those not familiar, I mean, I guess the term is kind of self-explanatory, but could you explain a little bit of the process? I mean, I guess maybe, Rick, of what pre-production means for people who love films but maybe don't understand the process?
Oh, wow. Probably the easiest way to describe that is it's putting all your ducks in a row. There is a lot of room for spontaneity once you're filming, but really, the more you can limit that, the better. And so pre-production is it's a lot of contracts, of course. It's securing money, product placement, additional funds, securing your locations, getting all your cast hired, getting the last of the crew hired. It's all the work that's really not the fun part of filming.
You guys have actually a very cool thing about your location when you changed to Albuquerque. I don't know if you guys knew this, that Terminator Salvation was filmed over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you, Rick?
I did happen to know that, largely because my roots, my independent film roots started out in New Mexico, and I've still got a lot of ties back there. So I know a lot of the films that end up shooting out there, and yeah, Terminator was one. Avengers was out there for at least some of the scenes.
That's very cool.
You'd really be surprised at some of the pictures that actually came out of there that, aren't Westerns. I think everybody kind of expects Westerns out of New Mexico, but no, big budget Hollywood blockbusters too. Albuquerque's a good big city look, can double for a lot of other big cities.
Okay.
That's very cool. And I wanted to ask, and this could be to either of you, whoever wants to take the question, can you tell me a little bit about how much the script is based on Jack the Ripper?
Rick, would you like to take that? Because I'm not sure how much information you want to give out about the storyline right now.
Right. Yeah, I know. I was going to be nice and try and let Maria answer one, but that is a little better suited to me, I guess. It's the Jack the Ripper angle is actually, it's a little more experimental. It's a secondary story just told through situations and names that might be familiar to a certain audience of serial killers.
Okay. Yes. So it's, I guess the main thing that I wanted to establish is it's not going to be like the Ted Bundy movie where it's like a miniature capture of all the events that he did and like following him through the life, basically.
Oh, absolutely not. It has its own storyline, which is quite unique. And although it ties in a lot of like visual and informational Ripper memorabilia, it's not a retelling of the Ripper legend as such.
Okay. Very cool. And the main character is Cade. That's where the kind of the story starts off then?
Yeah.
He's definitely the protagonist of the film.
Okay, and I don't want to get into any details that you can't give out because I understand it's in pre-production it's not done yet, which is I guess kind of good. That's what I was saying in our pre-show over on Ustream, is that it's very, at least to my knowledge, like rare to talk to someone when the movie's in kind of more this initial stage. Is it scary right now for you guys, like getting things set up, or do you feel pretty confident about everything?
Well, Carrie,
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say something. To carry your bird analogy even further, Rick, it's we're getting all the ducks in a row while running around like headless chickens. Yeah.
Very cool.
Precisely.
Let me try and help some if I can. For people that are listening on Blog Talk Radio, Ustream, or you're listening to this archive, first of all, thanks very much for listening. And then also, if you want more information, please go to /flick.com. You'll see a trailer there, tons of information about the films. The cast and crew have IMDb, I believe, profiles up over there. And then you can get more information about it. It looks very, very interesting. And I don't know. Flood the game again. And if people want to support the film, I was looking for this link. They can go to Indiegogo.
Yep. Yeah,
okay. And how does that work?
Here, Maria, that's kind of your area. Go ahead.
Yes, there's definitely a campaign up on Indiegogo, and it will be up for a few days yet, approximately a week. It's very easy to find. You just go to Indiegogo.com, and then you search for Slash, SLASH. And it takes you right to the campaign, which has a lot of information about the kind of things that's on offer to people who want to contribute to the project, and about the people who are involved in the project, and about all the wonderful perks that you can actually get. Links to other places as well, like our YouTube channel, our Zazzle store, where we have the most amazing branded horror stuff. I'm sure these things are going to become collector's items soon. Not eventually, but soon. Because it's very rare that this kind of branded merchandise is available before a film even gets into production. So that's definitely, a first for us, and it's from keyrings to hoodies to hats to laptop cases to downloadables, screensavers, things like that. So there's a wide range of branded Slash stuff for everyone to get. And there obviously are a lot of other perks available as well. And, everyone should take a walk on over to our Indiegogo page and see what we got. And then follow the links. See our website. Go to our store. Check out all the promo trailers on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Like our Facebook page. There's things happening on the different pages, different things happening on the different pages every day. We have a special prize. Yeah. Over is number 666 to like our Facebook page. So we're getting up there.
And how cool is that to get something from the film before it comes out? And that's, I think, what another aspect that makes the memorabilia really unique is you're not only helping the film, but you're getting a piece of something before it's even out, which is very, very cool. I wanted to ask, I guess this would be to either of you, or maybe both of you, if I could phrase it this way. As a writer and director and as an actress, so, posing the question to both of you, is it a little scary making a film that would be considered outside mainstream or not with a major studio backing, as it were?
From my perspective, yeah, there is a little bit. It's just nice to have a major studio. I mean, there's just a lot of muscle. If anything goes wrong, you have a little money hose and spray at problems. Being an indie, we really, going back to those ducks, we got to line them up tight and herd them very carefully. But it also liberating in a lot of ways, just because you're not dealing with a board of directors saying, well, listen, our tests tell you that you absolutely have to have this person wearing yellow and because that's going to heighten the, oh my gosh, that being free of that kind of stuff is wonderful.
Yeah. That would be. And then how about Oh, sorry, go ahead, Maria.
I was going to say, I've worked on a full range of films, from multi-million-dollar, huge studio blockbusters to, like, the lowest of the low micro-budget indies. And, yeah, this falls squarely in the middle. It's not a micro-budget indie by a long means, but it's also not a $19 million Fox studio film.
Okay.
I find the difference between the studio and the indies are the studio is more business-driven, and the indies will become a family within about a week. And it's that close-knit feeling that I enjoy on the indies. I really, really do. And we're definitely getting that. In fact, we have it already on Flash. And it's like a team working together the whole time, not this, like, big faceless corporation that tells you what to do. So I'm very much looking forward to going to New Mexico and shooting.
One of my biggest role models is Howard Hughes, and he believed in Hell's Angels, and I think that if you believe in a project, obviously he had a little bit more money, but even when he started going bankrupt and had to mortgage Toolco and all that, he kept pressing on with the project. So I think all the more, I think I'd like to see more films that make it big and go into theaters and things of that nature, just more films produced by people who just believe in them, not just people who want to make money with market studies. So that's very admirable. Let's see, we got, I don't know, let's see, that's one thing I wanted to ask. Maybe this is a generic question, so I apologize if it's something you've gotten asked a million times. Why is making a film so expensive for just people who are just into watching movies?
Because in a lot of ways, you're really kind of playing God. I mean, every element you have to account for. I mean, the stupid pillow in the deep background on the bed, some person is asking me, do you want it angled this way or do you want it angled that way? And, it's just, and, what color do you want it? Is blue okay? Do we need it to be red? And just every little element you see has some sort of an expense to it. It has some sort of a person behind it handling it. And, individually those costs really aren't very much. But, man, once you put together this army, we're going to have a production crew of around at least 85 people, and it'll probably be a little above 90. And then upwards of 300 actors, vast majority of those being extras. But, it's kind of a large corporation that we're running. We've got to pay all these people, got to pay for all the expenses, and it's just incredible how fast it adds up.
Yeah, very much.
I got a follow-up question. It'd be cool if you guys both could answer it. Is when you guys are involved in film and you see the money and the effort and the work that goes into movies, what would your guys' opinion be on reality shows? And do you think viewers are kind of getting ripped off?
You can go ahead and go first if you want, Maria. Or I'll go either way.
Wait, reality shows. All right, I'm going to take a stand. I hate reality shows. I'm sitting and watching somebody do something that I know is scripted and it's being given to me as reality, and I'm supposed to see it as entertainment because some woman had a hissy fit over something. It's like, excuse me, why is this imaginative? Why is this entertainment? Why is this something that would grab me intellectually and make me feel something? You know? I don't know. To me, it's just like entertainment's excuse. I'm not too sure if I'm explaining it correctly, but rather give me something that makes me think and makes me imagine and wants me to push boundaries instead of showing me how falsely, really, somebody else lives.
Sure. Okay.
So, I largely agree with Maria there. There are a couple that I do just put in occasionally, but that's, I don't know, in some ways it's more for like informational purposes or somehow movie related. Sci-fi's Face Off. I do stop to watch that because, that's not about the silly drama going on behind. I guess it is to some degree, but I don't know. Whether it's scripted or not, I don't care. I'm watching for the prosthetics and the effects they're doing, not for the human drama behind it. I guess you could say that.
No, that makes complete sense. I got kind of hooked on the Trump series there for a while on NBC, but that's about the only reality show I ever fell for.
See, I'll tune that in occasionally, or like Shark Tank occasionally, just to watch people pitching, just to watch people doing business, and sometimes you can sort of learn something off of it, and sometimes it's BS, and but it is good. Sometimes stuff like that, I really don't care. What's the Honey Boo Boo or whoever that is? I mean, shows like that. I got the wives of.
The reality show I've seen like 2 episodes of, Toddlers and Tiaras. It's like, oh my gosh, what on earth is this?
How is that not child pornography?
I don't know. See, here's another question aimed at both of you, and whoever wants to take it first, maybe Maria this time, because I really enjoyed looking over at your IMDb and different projects you've done. I was going to ask, besides Slash, which will obviously be your new favorite, what has been the favorite project that you've done so far, favorite movie you've been involved with?
I love each and every project that I've done, actually, but for different things. Something Sinister, for instance. There were 4 cast members on set and about 3 crew. So we were a very, very small family, and we forged such amazing bonds between us on that shoot. I loved Percy Jackson, obviously, because I got to work with the absolutely amazing Chris Columbus, who is wonderful beyond words to work with. And I did all my own stunts in Percy Jackson. It was me jumping off a scaffolding that's 25 foot in the sky. That was amazing, too. Yeah, I was put in a flying harness, and I was like, all right, when you hear action, just step off and jump, and, have fun, good luck.
I did want to ask, and I'm sorry to interject, I don't want to cut off from Rick answering the question. There was one clip that I watched of you, and I have to ask if it was hard for you to do, and I apologize, I don't have the name of the movie written down, but it was you just, like, over a bed yelling at a little kid, and then following up by saying, like, why do we get such a stupid... Was that hard to do?
That was a film called Alice Ascends, written and directed by the incredibly talented Patrick Merrick. Everybody asked me about that one, actually. When I was auditioning for it and when I was actually performing the role, I couldn't find in my mind any way to justify being so incredibly horrible to little Alice.
You should have met my mom.
So I I got other reasons. I came up with other reasons why I was feeling like that and why I was reacting like that. I couldn't find it in myself to be hateful to such an innocent child, you know. But once I figured in whatever else was happening in my head at the time, I was okay because I was reacting to something else. But yeah, that was different. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, Maria. And for you, Rick, what was your favorite project, or besides Slash, that you're working on that you've done?
You know, I hate to sound like a repeat of Maria, but it really is kind of hard to figure it out. You know, there's moments from the very first film I ever did that would definitely rank up in the tops, and then, every project has highs and lows to it, and almost every project is like your very favorite and your very worst. It's really kind of hard to say.
Okay. And I don't know who this would be directed at. Maybe the question is, can you give any type of teaser as to what the darker ideas are that the stepbrother for the character has in the movie Slash? Like, where kind of a synopsis of where do things go? If there's anything you can say other than the website says.
You know what I can tell you is the two main characters. Cade is kind of the younger of the two. Trench is the older. Trench likes to play what they call the game. And the game started out as, you know, hey, how would we rob this bank and get away with it? And I'm really kind of working to figure out how to do something like that together. With Trench, it sort of devolved a lot more into talking about murder and fantasizing about these murders. And one of the things he does say in the film is, you know, in your mind it's free range. So that's kind of where we get the chance to see really bloody stuff is when we crawl into his head.
Oh, right.
And one thing,
that's going to be exciting.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's going to be so exciting, those special scenes in the film. And, yes, my lips are sealed. I'm leaving you with that mysterious clue.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely, I'm going to have to go pick up one of your T-shirts and frame it and put it on my wall. And then the other thing is I'm just going to be stoked to see where this goes and, like, pinning at the wall, you know, and YouTube, trying to see more clips and things that are released about it. It seems like it's going to be very, very cool. And I like the premise, and you guys definitely have a huge cliffhanger out there with where it's going to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, it sort of leaves you guessing right up until the end. You know, and that's really all I'm going to say on that.
I'm getting a tweet in, and I'm being told that my butt's going to be kicked if I don't ask this question. There's a rumor on IMDb that Holly Madison from Playboy is involved with the film. Can you guys shed any light on that, or is that something that's still being worked out?
I wish we could share some of the people that we're actually in negotiations with right now, but
sure,
we're just not quite at that stage yet.
Okay, no problem. Well, I hope she does get in it. It'd be lovely to see her in something, and I'm a big fan of her, so that would be awesome. But I understand not being able to talk about it. I'm going to see if we got other questions on Twitter that maybe you can get to.
Sure.
Windows open. Who are some of the other people that you can confirm are doing the movie or are lined up? Is there any?
You know what? We can talk about Sean Hernandez. He's going to be making it's sort of an extended cameo. It's a little more than just an appearance. He'll be with us on set for a couple of days. You know, that's really all we can mention right now. So
okay, no worries at all. And then I'd like to invite you guys back. We'll definitely, archive this for you and get it over on iTunes and everything else. But I want to invite you guys back when you actually get it filmed to come over and talk about it more. And obviously, maybe then we can talk about more details about the film. Is there anything else you'd like to leave people with as listeners of like a cliffhanger, or I don't know, pump the movie? I don't know.
Well, I can say it's certainly going to involve technical ways of filming that you've never seen before. And that's when I read the script. I could just imagine how it would look. And I was like, oh, my gosh, that's going to be amazing. Of course, I've also signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I'm not going to say another word on that. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay, so you're saying it's coming out in 3D and IMAX?
Well, 3D, I don't know about IMAX yet, I guess, but yeah, it's going to be 3D, and we're really going to try and bend people's minds. We've got some really cool stuff to do that nobody's really done before. So
sounds like it. Well, I'm glad I was able to at least pry that much out of you. Well, I definitely want to thank you, Rick, and I want to thank you, Maria, for coming out. And definitely, please come back when it's wrapped, and we'd love to have you back here.
Sure. Cool. Maybe we even have an interview with you from on set in the middle of a night shoot. Something that would be very cool.
Yeah,
that would be very cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, guys,
cool.
Definitely welcome back anytime. I'm really glad you came, and thank you guys so much for your time today. We've got our 3-minute thing coming up on our on-air clock, so I will say thank you to you guys, and thanks so much for doing the interview.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate
John,
it.
If you mind, I just want to do a very quick shout-out to someone who I think is our biggest Slash fan, and that is my friend Jenny from Sweden, who is listening in again to us talk about Slash, Rick. She's absolutely amazing.
Hey,
Aww,
Jenny,
that's
how
very cool.
you? Thanks for listening again.
Definitely. Thanks to everybody. And I want to give, again, my thanks out to Marie and Rick. For more information on their film, definitely go check out slashflick.com. We have all the links over at thedrjohn.com for you to visit the film, to go support it on Indiegogo, all the information you could ever want. I'm super excited about the project, but more than anything, want to thank them for coming out today. And that's going to pretty much do it for our interview today. We're going to be on again May 1st with Paul Howard, who's got Picnic Area 11 coming up, and we're excited about that. For those of you that were listening on Ustream, thanks for hanging in there with us. We'll go check the soundboard, and we will see you in May 1st.
The following interview is brought to you by XXXRadioLive.com. That's www.xxxradiolive.com. You can also visit Dr. John Magazine at thedrjohn.com. As always, thank you for listening, and please subscribe. You can also follow on Twitter at @TheDrJohn. Thanks.